Hey dreamers, this is Jade and I'm back for another Journal with Me episode, and I am documenting my February favorites here. And I pulled out some alphas that I've had in my stash for quite a long time. They are illustrated faith, and I really love the quirkiness of the letters, so I decided to use these, also especially considering some of the colors that I'll be using in this spread. So yeah, just getting those down and trying to make sure I have them spaced out correctly. So I started from the back end of the Y and had to spell it backwards. And so yeah, and now I have it down the way that I want to get it down. And so then I will follow that up with getting down all of my the TV shows that I really, really loved for the month. The first one, which was my absolute favorite of the month, was Euphoria. And I watched the first season and I was blown away. And the second season, same thing. And especially the cinematography in this show is just outstanding. Like, it's so beautiful and so well done. And the entire cast was great. And again, the first time I watched Euphoria, I was like, they better run my girl her Emmy. Not realizing that she did actually win the Emmy for this show. So I'm like, they better run it to her again and go on and give the entire cast one because they did a phenomenal job as well. And there I just put one of the quotes from the shows for this season, which I can relate to so well because in the show, Zendaya has lost her father. And that's kind of like a big part of the issues that she has with addiction and drugs, and it just says, "I miss you until I close my eyes," and I, I, I just can relate. So yeah, other shows that I really, really enjoyed of the month was that satire one, which was hilarious. It's called the the woman across the street from the girl in the window. I think it's called hilarious. And then Stay Close was another Harlan Coben adaptation. I absolutely love all of the Harlan Coben novels that have been adapted into Netflix shows. So watch them if you haven't. They're so good. And I actually ended up buying a Harlan Coben novel because of that. I haven't read it yet, but I do have one of his novels in my stash to read because I absolutely love the adaptations. And then also Inventing Anna, which was ridiculously so good. Shonda be bringing it. She be bringing it. But I again, one of these scammy people, and I'm like, how Sway? Because I watched this and The Tender Swindler this month, and I'm like, I personally do not understand how these people are getting scammed out of these large sums of money when they could just ask a few questions and understand that these people lying. Like, these people lying. Like, this woman pretended she was a Russian heiress or something like that. All somebody, if they really wanted to had to do was fly to where she's from and find her dad and understand that that was total BS. I'm just, ugh, but it was so good and so engaging. Anywho, and then, Vikings Valhalla. It is a continuation, kind of the Viking show from the History Channel, but it is the events like 100 years after Vikings with like Ragnar and Ivar and etc. etc. And so I enjoyed it. You know, people were skeptical about the show, but I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely looking forward to the next season. So, yeah. Okay, the first song that I was listening to on repeat is called Run by One Republic. I don't know that I've ever listened, like, purposefully listened to a One Republic song, but I really enjoyed this. It came up on one of my playlists, and I was like, oh, what's that? And then, yeah, I know I'm kind of late, but I was listening to I Like Me Better by Lauv. I guess that's how you say his name, Lauv. And then I discovered this guy named John Kay, and I was really loving his song called If We Never Met. Such a cute song. And I discovered all these people on Spotify. I generally listen to an Ed Sheeran playlist, and what that means is the one that I bring up, it switches, like the songs switch every day, but they're generally either songs by Ed Sheeran or songs that were artists that he wrote songs for. So those children's name? The one that sings Night Changes. I can't remember right now. One Direction. There you go. um, or either artists that are kind of similar in genre to Ed Sheeran, and I'll just listen to that or whatever comes up. So I discover a lot of new people, things I've never heard before that I really love. So yeah, really, really, really enjoying those in that playlist or whatever. And then I'm getting down the books that I read for this month. And the one that I really enjoyed was The Worst Best Man by Mia Sosa. Such a cute book. It is kind of like I wouldn't say enemies to lovers, I'd say more like rivals to, maybe enemies, but he's not like an asshole kind of enemy. So, anywho, so getting that down. So the first one, like I said, I really enjoyed was The Worst Best Man by Mia Sosa. I also read The Four Agreements by Miguel Ruiz, and this book called Dreams by Rose and Sarah. And it basically kind of teaches you how to interpret your own dreams. Really interesting book. I'll try to remember to link all of those below, just in case anybody is interested in them. I don't think I've ever done that before, one of these, but whatever. Such good books. The Four Agreements. People who have had spiritual awakenings suggest that book a lot. I ended up picking it up at Five Below for $5, and it might still be there if anybody's interested in reading it. It's very quick, and while I agree with some of the stuff that he has in his book, there's like one or two agreements that I actually do not agree with in my own experience and learning and growing in spirituality. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, let's go through my entire watch list for the month of February. I did watch All of Us Are Dead, which is another Korean show. It's like an outbreak of zombies at this school. I need to know, are the Koreans okay? Because they've given us Squid Game, this show called Hellbound, and it's a lot of dark shows coming out of Korea. And are y'all okay? But anyway, Tender Swindler, In From the Cold, Run the World, The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. I watched my favorite movie, my comfort movie, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, Inventing Anna. I watched The King's Man, Stay Close, Young Wallander. The second season came out of that. I watched Love is Blind. This season was not as good to me as the first season. I'm going to just say that. But it was still kind of interesting. Euphoria, and then again Vikings Valhalla. So yeah, that was my watch list for the month of February. But overall, really, really enjoyed the entertainment in February. So I'm just getting these pieces down, adding a few more decorations, and then I'll end up outlining those letters, the alpha letters, to make them pop off the page a little more. And that is going to do it for this spread. If you have any comments or questions about anything, please leave those below. I hope everyone has been safe and well. If you like this content, then please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. And I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.